Warning, this episode is for super heavyweights only.
Alright, now that the pipsqueaks are gone, here's 10 bells, 10 facts on Crash Holly. Michael Lockwood, Crash Holly, is one of the most under-the-radar wrestlers of the Attitude Era. Criminally underrated. The roughly 5'9" super heavyweight wrestled big, bumped huge, sold like hell, and turned the WWF Hardcore Title into one of the funnest running bits in company history. Crash just got it. He didn't need to look strong all the time. He didn't need to get all his stuff in every single match. He wasn't in the back politicking for wins, brother. You know, he was there to get pops, to get responses, to get laughs, and to remind you that in this world of old
kick pads and star waitings,
sometimes pro wrestling just needs to be fun and silly. Here are 10 facts on the Houdini of hardcore that prove that Crash Holly was one of the best parts of the Attitude Era. Number 1. Crash Holly was a huge wrestling fan, inspired to become a wrestler by Battle Cat, aka Brady Boone. Crash became a wrestling fan in the 8th grade after watching primetime wrestling where, like everyone else in the world, he was mesmerized by Bobby Heenan. But it was Battle Cat that made him want to be a pro wrestler, as Boone and Crash were undersized by WWF standards. From there, Crash became a tape-trading supermark, which I can't stop for 10 minutes and explain to the younger generation what tape trading is. He was also a big fan of Macho Man Randy Savage, and from here he basically started plotting on how to get into the pro wrestling industry. Number 2. His first gimmick was not Crash Holly. He started on the Indies as Johnny Pearson, and then became the Leprechaun Aaron O'Grady. As soon as Mike Lockwood turned 18, he enrolled in wrestling school at old NWA wrestler Woody Farmer's school in Hayward, California. He debuted in '89 as Johnny Pearson in Bay Area wrestling. Then later, in All Pro Wrestling, he became the Leprechaun Aaron O'Grady. You can even find this local TV kind of in kayfabe interview with Crash as, Aaron O'Grady, where, he's in full-blown leprechaun character. It was 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". I don't understand it. Number 3. Crash was doing wild indie spots years before people were online pining after work rate. Mike as Aaron O'Grady was doing, quote, all types of crazy-ass balcony dives. He was also pushing the style and the standards of the day's wrestling, working a style that was perhaps 20 years ahead of its time. Now, he didn't really get to show this off in WWF, and he's mostly remembered as a hardcore comedy guy, but he could go. Number 4. Taz helped Crash get booked in ECW. After viewing a tape between O'Grady and Mike Modest, ECW's Taz referred him to Paul Heyman. Crash went on to do jobs for Spike Dudley, Justin Incredible, and even worked a dark tag match at November to Remember. Number 5. Crash's WWF tryout with Vic Grimes was so good that he got noticed even though WWF was scouting Vic Grimes. On January 20th, 1998, O'Grady wrestled Vic Grimes in a WWF tryout match. A match that included chairs, a swanton bomb by a guy who actually weighed 400 pounds, and a wild Sabu-style chair spot. You can find it on YouTube, absolutely unhinged for a 1990s WWF tryout match. Number 6. Before Crash Holly, WWF sent him down to Mexico where he wrestled as the Green Ghost. Bruce Pritchard sent Mike down to Mexico for WWF's lucha show, Super Astros, where he wrestled under a mask as the Green Ghost. If you say it fast, it sounds a little bit like Green Ghost, the Green Ghost. That's the joke. Number 7. Crash debuted in WWF as Hardcore Holly's 400-pound cousin. August 16, 1999. Hardcore Holly was feuding with the Big Show and needed backup, so he called up his cousin. And out came the 400-pound monster, Crash Holly. It was the type of gimmick you get immediately, a smaller guy getting billed as a super heavyweight. And while they almost certainly did not write it this way, I think it's a nice commentary on all the size queen pro wrestling fans that need every wrestler to be 6'10" and vascular. Because little old Crash got a shot and absolutely crushed it. Number 8. Crash and Hardcore Holly beat the Rockin' Sock Connection for the WWF Tag Team titles. At No Mercy 99, Crash and Hardcore Holly won by DQ against the New Age Outlaws. And that meant they got a tag team title shot at the Rockin' Sock Connection next Raw. During the match, Triple H ran in, hit The Rock with a pedigree, Hardcore Holly rolled over on top of him, and the Cousins became tag team champions. Obviously not the cleanest win, but it's a title. Number 9, Crash Holly basically invented the 24/7 hardcore title rule. February 24th, 2000, Crash defeated Test for his first hardcore championship. A week later, he said he would defend it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which later became the 24/7 rule. This led to such chaos as arcade matches, fights in ball pits, airports, Joe Briscoe pinning him while he was asleep, Ivory trying to pin him during a massage, and even a ref ripping off his ref shirt to try to pin him with his own referee. Number 10. Crash Holly won 22 hardcore titles, but he also won the European title and light heavyweight championship. While he was most certainly known for the hardcore title, on top of the previously mentioned tag team championship, Crash also beat William Regal for the European title at Rebellion 2000, then later beat Dean Malenko on Heat for the light heavyweight championship. Crash Holly's run was short, but way more impactful than most people remember, and honestly, he is a glaring omission in the Hall of Fame. He was a great bumper, a selfless worker, tag team champ, European champ, light heavyweight champ, and the guy who turned the hardcore title into one of the most memorable parts of the Attitude Era. Crash had a 3-year run where he was on TV basically every single week during one of pro wrestling's hottest eras in history, and it's safe to say that hardcore division is nothing like it becomes without Crash Holly.